Yo, my fellow and future adventurers, thank you for tuning back in to another episode of Question of the Week here on Caveman Gaming. Before we dive into the Question of the Week, we'll touch on a couple quick topics, because I like to update you on these videos at the same time as doing the question. So, first thing I need to ask you, will you please like and subscribe? Thanks. Appreciate it. Next thing. I apologize for not having a question of the week last week. I was very busy with GameCon Canada. Over in Edmonton, I was traveling. I was in a not-so-great hotel. Hopefully I'll get the footage of this little event posted here soon. It didn't turn out all that great for me. My first kind of attempt at a vlog-style filming. I definitely should have took more, but occurrences happened, gimbals got broken, encouragement was a little low, but I still want to put something out for you, so I've got what I got, and I'll get to it at some point. So thank you for being patient on that. Big news coming up in the DMU universe here in Saskatoon. We've been reached out to by a large local event center. They've got a very large kind of fair, I guess some people would call it. We call it the Saskatoon Exhibition. And they have asked us DMs to have a spot in the fair, to set up a booth, have a games table, run games all weekend, all week actually. It's a week-long event. Very exciting stuff for us. Things are moving forward, and man, oh man, I can't stop thinking about gaming. It's like a dream come true. Here we are, dreaming, dreams coming true. Alright, let's get into our question of the week. This is a very important topic. Important and can be a little sensitive for some. But we need to learn to break that stigma to make it less sensitive, because it is a very, very important topic. This week's question brought to us by Scott of the DMU. He asks, how has D&D been used to improve your mental health and the mental health of those around you? Your players, your friends, or family? So he says, I think tabletop gaming can be a great tool, and there have already been some examples discussed in chat about it being used in therapy situations. This is a very kind of close to home question for myself, and is very much very true. D&D essentially saved my life at some point or another. We've all been in rough situations. I've dealt with years of some depression myself. Depression that was fueled by some grief and some drinking, and I got to a point where I needed to turn my life around. The pandemic helped a little bit with that. When COVID hit, I had less access to bars and drinking, and had more time to sit at home and play D&D online, which gave me a sense of kind of community, which I'd missed from having worked in a bar. Thought I lost a lot of friends over the pandemic, when everybody stopped working, and you didn't hear from some of your favorite coworkers after a while. But you always had D&D to rely on. Every week, the same people were there, ready to go on some adventures and to live in a fantasy world and help cope with things. That time of my life is what really made me obsess over D&D. It was kind of a replacement for a lot of things that I felt were missing in my life. That's when I really got into things. I really buckled down and watched a lot of D&D, read a lot of D&D, played a lot of D&D. It allowed me to have something to think on other than negative thoughts. And I really do believe that it saved my life more than once because of that. And I've seen this, I've heard this from several players, several fellow adventurers. Many stories very similar to this. Even when I was in Edmonton here recently, I had the privilege to play in a game with one of the volunteer DMs with Kobold Press. We were running the same adventure. He just had an extra seat. I was available, so I filled it. He told us his story about how D&D is turning his life around. He's very focused on it, and kind of helped him get out of the streets and over drug addiction. And I was trying to get him in here for a little interview over Discord. We had talked about doing it, and our schedules just haven't aligned, unfortunately, because I feel like he would have had a great story to tell here on Caveman Gaming about this particular topic. It might still happen in the future. I did want to speak with him about the convention and how things went on his end, and just hear a little bit more from him and what he's doing over in Alberta. He's based out of Calgary. I believe, I actually don't know his name, but he runs a group called Mythic Minds. You might be able to search them up. I'm not sure. I'll tag them if I can find them. So I'd love to hear from you. How has D&D been used to improve your mental health? Seriously, I am asking. I genuinely want to know how you're doing. Are you okay? If not, please find the help you need, because it is important. With that, feel free to leave a comment down in the comment section here. Love to hear from any of you on any of these questions of the week, about suggestions for the next topic. What's the next question of the week? I would really love to get some engagement from you, the audience. I'm sure it'll happen soon, because you guys are awesome. Cheers.